Hi, I'm Linda Adams. I'm married to John Adams, and yes, he likes having a presidential name. We're the parents of two wonderful young adults, Nate and Carrie. I'm honored to be nominated as a bishop. The Free Methodist Church has always been my spiritual family. I was born in Spring Arbor, Michigan, where my parents, Ken and Estella Beardsley, poured their lives into Spring Arbor College, now university. I was 17 when God called me into ministry through the preaching of missionary Alice Taylor. I wasn't sure what that calling would look like, but I said yes. That yes to God has played out in a variety of ways, each one expanding my perspective. We helped to plant a church in the diverse old city of Passaic, New Jersey. It gave me a taste of the thrill of establishing a beachhead for the church in new territory. My pastoral appointments have been to a big church in a small town, a small church in a suburb, and then to a medium-sized church in a medium-sized city, Rochester, New York, where I served for 10 years. In 2007, God brought 33 African refugees to New Hope Church. Little did I know that these families would become my teachers, preparing me for God's next big invitation. In 2008, I began as Director of International Child Care Ministries. I had no idea what a wild ride I was in for. Now, I've been to 39 countries to watch the global church in action. I have the joy of leading a diverse team of amazing people who work together for the sake of 20,000 kids. So why would I consider leaving this high-impact ministry to do anything else? All I can say is my Lord is always free to leverage my life however He wants. If He wants me to be a bishop, that's what I'll be. As you know, we live in a globalized world. Millions of refugees flood across international borders. The internet enables the exchange of ideas and commerce on a global scale, but this creates new challenges. Our American culture is polarized around topics like immigration, poverty, race, and the environment, and the tone of the conversation is toxic. Many of the issues have deeply moral, ethical, and theological components that call for sound biblical interpretation and respectful dialogue. Many young people are exiting the church sometimes because they don't see us standing for justice. If ever the church needed to rise up and be our best selves under God, it's now. 160 years ago, B.T. Roberts and our Free Methodist forebears wanted to be the kind of church God envisioned when He poured out the Holy Spirit on the day of Pentecost. The New Testament believers encountered God in a transforming way and went on to become a community of transformation in the world around them. Their witness reached the known world with the good news of Jesus. Their radical generosity met the needs of widows and orphans until the book of Acts said there were no poor among them. The oneness they experienced as they continued together in prayer, worship, and fellowship eventually overcame social barriers and divisions among them. Their community became a source of spiritual, physical, and societal healing, bringing shalom as God energized and led them. When our founders experienced what it was to truly love God and authentically love people, it led them to fight the injustices of their day, combating formalism and class distinctions in the church, and working to abolish slavery everywhere. The spiritual vitality at the core of their lives flowed outward to welcome the marginalized that Jesus calls us to serve. They became a fruitful 19th century movement, multiplying disciples, leaders, groups, and churches, and beginning the work of encircling the globe for the cause of Christ. We are their heirs. God is calling us to be His holy and empowered people for the 21st century. Let's seize the day to become the kind of Christians and the kind of churches, in fact, the kind of global movement that our God longs for us to be at our own challenging and opportune moment.